What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And yes, you see it on the screen here. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is indeed Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, I decided to try and play the Metal Gear series in chronological order. Mainly because, I did it for Mass Effect, did it for Halo up to the current point. I think it's on Halo Infinite, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I've never, like I mentioned before, I've never played the Metal Gear Solid games or the series. So I looked up how I should play them, because I was going to start off with Metal Gear Solid 1. But I found out that the one for PlayStation, Metal Gear Solid, is actually the 8th game in the series in for chronological order. So I decided to find a list of games, of the Metal Gear Solid games, in chronological order, and it looks like Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is the first game in the series. So that is going to be the one that I'm going to start out with. And from what I understand, this game is focused on what's his name? Big Boss, they call him. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but we are about to find out. Let's go ahead and jump into it. You might as well say I'm playing it for the first time, especially after that performance from Metal Gear Solid 1, you know?
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
And if someone could help me understand the difference between Big Boss and Solid Snake, I'm not sure. Are they the same person? I don't know. Alright, so this is after World War II, huh? Interesting. FX. And of course the story, if I'm not mistaken, is written by, August 24th, 1964.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Pakistan
Approaching
Airways.
Soviet airspace. 20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Written by Hideo Kojima, Tomokazu, I can't see the rest.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
And see, he looks just like Solid Snake from PS1. Is this not him?
Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
What?
Approaching release point.
Panty waist?
Drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
So you just gonna toss the cigar, huh? It's a... Whatever, bro. So Toyota.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Ah, my eyes.
Sunrise.
I have to admit though, this doesn't look bad for PS2.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4,
Twa. Duh. Ooh.
1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
U.S. Army. So, it's directed by Hideo Kojima as well, eh? So he didn't get dizzy doing them frontward
Jack,
flip?
I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial
That's,
channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
This is crazy. Like, did this actually happen? So I guess no one picked up.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
I'm about to say every time I get ready to talk, more.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
I'm guessing that's the old man that contacts you in Metal Gear Solid 1 with the Marine cat, the Ow! Ugh. Oh no. Now who does he think he used to be? I mean, he landed like he Goku or somebody. Snake, David Hayter. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's like 15 minutes now, not a single bit of like. I haven't controlled him not once, so it's kind of a Kojima game, I guess, right? You know.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one at a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Hey, he had to tell you how to send? You don't know how to send messages, bro? Okay, I like that I can move with the analog stick. What does that 10% mean up there? Splitter olive drab. Okay, so first person view is right bumper. Left bumper does not do anything right now. What is this? Revival P? Espionage pill developed by the CIA can wake up from fake death. Use with circle when... I guess I have no choice but to, huh? Oh. Equip my knife, press to slash. Okay. I see where he get his Smash Brothers skills from. So I'm not sure what this percentage thing is. 1, 2, where I'm supposed to go. I can assume this way then? No. So he can't like crawl. He has to, I mean, he can't sneak. He has to crawl, I guess. Hopefully this knife doesn't have any, like, endurance. I mean, not endurance, but durability. Hey. LF Med. Developed by the USSR. Restores life. Okay. So that's the med things. Wait a minute. Is that my backpack right there? Yeah. So I have to press the action button on a tree. Okay, so triangle is the action button. Got it.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one.
What?
If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message
Oh
over the
my
reserved
gosh.
save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh, so she's the big boss, huh?
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier.
Wow.
Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who
What
dictate
is
the
going
missions.
on here?
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned...
Bro, you've
factory
already
located
told
north
me
of your current
this.
position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Yeah, that's like the 4th time you told me. I'm being serious here. Like, I'm okay. While it's loading, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, this scene has been going on for about.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Like, we're 31 minutes in, and we're just getting to the mission, right? And my issue is, you spent the whole 30-some minutes telling me the same thing over and over and over again. This is a stealth mission. You're here to get Dr. Sokolov. And then as soon as you touch ground, I'll get your backpack back. But remember, you're on a stealth mission. No one's supposed to see you. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Can I go now? And then he speaks to the boss. I guess that's the big boss, huh? What do I have in my backpack? Survival knife, an MK22 directional mic. But then you go on a whole mission about, conversation about what a soldier is supposed to be as opposed to what he is. And it's like, bro, I'm in enemy territory. Someone's listening in on this. And you're calling me Jack the whole time. My name is Snake, remember? The the Swamplands. I'll just call it the Swamplands, because... Alright, so I don't know what that 10% is. When I move slowly, it's at 10%. If I'm still, it's at 15%. Press square button to aim and release. Put on or off suppressor with circle. Okay. What is this, though? What is this? Directional microphone. Can pick up small sounds. It sounds like a motorcycle is in the area. But yeah, man, you spend like 30 whole minutes repeating what the mission is to me? I don't see anything out here, but... Oh boy, it's quicksand? Oh! Was that a gator? Oh, there's another one right there. Wait a minute. I might need to get some gator meat. Can I? Okay. I think I'm dead here. Now what is that? R Gavial. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me go to my. Is that food? Not eaten yet. Taste unknown. Okay, so it's some gator meat. All right. Let me move on. I ain't trying to mess with no alligators. Do I really need the sonar radar right now? Motion detector. There's someone right in front of me? A snake. And I can't hit it, so... I guess I move on? I know I'm supposed to get Mr. Sokolov, but... So then this is Snake from the PS1 game.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law.
This is what the...
Can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
So that explains that percentage up there. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't skip that part, because then I would have been like, what does that mean again? And then all of a sudden, boom. So right now I'm at 15%, and it's at 45% right now. So I got my motion detector on, so I should be able to spot. You can, of course you can. Of course you can. Let's go with Leaf, because it's 15. And face paint, yeah, so I don't know how to feel about that one. But we'll go with Woodland for now. That gives me 65% coverage. Okay. I don't think I need to crawl just yet. Get up. Where exactly am I headed to? Wait a minute. Oh no. Wait. How is... Get out of FPS view. Oh my gosh.
There's nobody here. I'm seeing things.
Yeah, you might be seeing things, bro.
Huh? What was that?
Who's that?
Now, hold up, boy.
This is HQ.
Like, I'm curious. How do they expect me to blend in with flat ground? And then they switch you to first person view. Look at there. They switch you to first person view like this. I can't see anything.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Control here. Lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
This is crazy. I can't see anything from this standpoint. Hold on. Is there a way to get out of first person view while crawling? Select first person view control type. I guess I just gotta try and work with it. That's terrible, man. And apparently my motion detector is running out of battery. Yeah, apparently I have battery power, so oh, come on. Oh, it detects animals. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it on this. You know what? Let's just go with it. Let's just go. Get up.
Who's that?
Oh, I did not see him right there.
This is HQ.
Snake, do you read? Snake!
Major.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're far from okay. Look at your life gauge. You're on your last leg.
No, I can still.
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Huh?
It means there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out,
Oh my
nobody
gosh.
is there to take your place. Pull out for now and recuperate.
Find a hiding place and get some rest. Your life gauge will gradually recover with time. But the speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest. You hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, I think I'm dead here. But they left me no options for sneaking. You can't crouch and walk. You have to let me see if I can't. Now I can just recover stamina here, right? But see, you can't crawl. Like, oh great.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Okay, admittedly, some of that was me getting impatient. But you tell me what I'm supposed to do. Like, I cannot see anything. Oh boy. When I'm like this, I can't see anything. Wait, can I heal? I don't know whose bright idea this was, but I don't like it. I'll say that much. It looks like I am recovering health. I hear some footsteps. See if I can't get to the next grass area. Okay, so there's a bridge here. And there's someone on the bridge. There's 2 guards on the bridge. And I am covered by at 90%. Is the bridge my only way across? Can I take aim from this position? I can. Oh, there's 2 of them there. So if I were to... If I were to try to cross now... Where'd he go? Oh, he's walking back now. Unfortunate. I don't even know about this playthrough because I might not even be able to get through the first stage. Okay. The other guy, is he on the bridge right now? I don't see him. So it looks like he's not moving though. If he would get out of the way. Man. He turned and looked at me. You know, maybe if I trank him, I can get across. Nah, cause that dude, uh, that dude in the background right there is watching. So both of them are right there. There's no way to... He's starting back across the bridge, and I'm assuming the other guy is too, right? If he's starting back across the bridge, then that means maybe I can... He's asleep. Are they both on there? Or is it just it's both of them? But they both appear to be walking that way. So I mean, even like this, they say I have 60% camouflage, so... What?
Snake? Oh my... Snake! Snake!
You know, they could have let me know, hey, you could possibly fall off the bridge, man. What is going on with the camera?
Who's that?
Oh, come on.
Radio, get us some backup.
And then they get up and make me get back on.
This is HQ.
And now I'm stuck on a tree. I should have known that this would happen. Hold on, let me try and survey from this area. I mean, they ain't give me no trank gun for nothing, right? Like, I gotta be able to use it to some degree. So they're walking to and fro in twos. And he's here. They're coming back. So how do they expect you to do this without alarming anyone? And I heavily doubt I could get a sleep shot from here. Oh wait, one of them's going back. Hold on.
What's wrong? Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. The enemy is attacking.
What's going on? Respond.
Oh, so I hit him, but he...
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol.
What's going on? Respond.
That didn't hit him?
What's going on out there?
Patrol here. What's wrong?
What's going on? Respond. What's going on out there?
What's wrong?
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Bro, I don't know how to do this.
The enemy is attacking from an unknown position. Begin the alert status.
Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
You crazy if you think I'm gonna wait 93 seconds. One of y'all about to get slept. So 3 of them are over here, and 1 dude went across the bridge. Ooh, that's perfect. Now if I could just get and find the other guy.
What's wrong? Who's that?
No! Get up!
Snake, aren't you?
Oh man, I thought I had something there too, but no. I'm gonna have to. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up a playthrough of somebody doing this just to see what they're expecting of you from this game, because like I don't see how you could possibly. He said don't engage the enemy, so I can't run up and like choke anybody out. Is that even still a part of the game? I guess I'll take this life to find out. I can't move. I'm stuck. I am actually stuck.
Who's that?
What's wrong?
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
How do I climb up from here? I was about to say. Climb up, Snake. I gotta get to the good doctor. I mean, hey, I got through it. I don't. That's the best I can do. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Yeah, I'm a terrible Solid Snake right now. All right. I can't look around the corner? No. So there's a dude right there. He probably can't see me if I climb over here, though. Where's the other guy at? Oh, there he is. So I need to find a way inside this facility, huh? Looks like I got some bushes here I can use for camouflage. Now, if I could just wait for him to walk back, he shouldn't see me right here. Is there someone else walking this way? No. And that's the facility. Alright. You have to press X twice just to get up. That is crazy. Am I able to get in? Okay, I'm underneath the building now. Is there any way to recharge? Consumes battery while being used. So all my battery power for all of my devices are gone now. That's just insane. Get back in, get back in. I wonder. I guess I'll use this life to see. Can I choke him out?
Who's that?
Where's the doctor? Where's the doctor? Alright, folks. That is going to be it.
Snake, what happened? Talk to me. Snake! Snake!
That is going to be it for this video. As of right now, I might just have to go. If I want to see this through, I might just have to go on very easy. Just being honest, I might just have to go on very easy because I don't understand for the life of me. Like, they notice you from the jump. Like in the PS1 game, you could walk up to someone and at the very least get behind them so you can choke them out. In this game, you can't do anything without them noticing you there. Where does it start me off at? And it starts me off way back here. Let me see something right quick. If I don't run up, if I just walk up to this guy, I'm not in his field of vision. So if I just walk up to this guy, see?
Who's that?
Like, you can't do anything. Yeah. So that is gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. What does that say? SNM. I have no idea what that is even spelling. Time paradox? What does that mean? Time paradox. But yeah, so that is going to be it for this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to at least like watch a part 1 of somebody's playthrough so that I can see how sneaking is supposed to be done in this game. Because it's obviously not like it is in Metal Gear 1. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And hopefully, if I continue this, next time I come back, I'll be a little more knowledgeable on what, or at least how to get around, you know. But that's going to be it for me, and until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay blessed.